Welcome back to Dolphins United, the platform for Dolphins. You heard me. We are back in the house for another video for y'all this afternoon. Just wanted to go ahead and let y'all know what's going on with your team. All right. Wanted to give y'all some information heading into training camp so that you're not surprised, all right, by what you see. Because there's a lot of speculation out there regarding our team. Mainly the offense, all right? But we're going to go over what to expect for both the offense and the defense heading into training camp. But mainly with the offense is what we want to discuss because that's really the new thing. So we'll start out with the defense. When it comes to the defense, all right, what should we expect as Dolphins fans, all right? And that's the standpoint we're coming at this from. That's the viewpoint we're looking at it from. We should expect more of the same. That's what we should expect, okay? I understand Flores and Alexander, Gerald Alexander, are no longer here. Apparently, those are the two that took over the defense last year after losing 7 straight games and turned this thing around, all right? That's supposedly what happened. And apparently, even Flores was calling plays on the offensive side of the ball. Apparently, all right, and supposedly. Now, Josh Boyer, we talk about him as if he didn't coach the defense in 2020. All right. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, defense is going to be trash because Flores was calling the defense when we actually started winning games last year. I get that. All right. Valid. But what about 2020? Was he calling it then? Because in 2020, defense was decent as well. Okay. Defense was decent in 2020, and he was the one calling it. Last I checked. All right, so because of that, because it's been a 2-year process for Boyer and he's going to his 3rd year and not his 2nd year, maybe he can replicate what he was doing when he was actually calling plays in 2020, okay? So, yes, I get it. Flores was the mastermind. He was probably the guy that came up with certain game plans for certain quarterbacks, especially when it came to Lamar Jackson, right? Lamar Jackson killed us in 2020. 2021, he didn't kill us, all right? And now he killed us with his arm in 2020, all right? That's what he really killed us with. Actually, was it 2020 or 20? No, sorry. It was 2019. All right, he killed us in 2019 with his arm. All right, it wasn't 2020 because it was that first year Brian Flores was there, and then it was after that we knew this season's gonna be trash. All right, it was after that. Like they beat us like 50-something or 40-something to 7 or something like that. It was a blowout. It was in 2019 where he killed us, and then in 2021, 2 years later, we actually stifled Lamar and we held them running and passing the ball because of something Brian Flores figured out. All right. And he had a knack of doing that. Against certain quarterbacks, he'll run certain things and do certain things, game plan wise for the defense to actually help out and to actually help us win games. That's why he won a lot of games, although we still fired him. Okay. So he's gone. Hoyer, I keep saying Hoyer. Excuse me. Boyer is there, okay? He ran the defense the last 2 years. Last year, apparently, supposedly, he was taken out of the equation, and it was Gerald Alexander coming up with game plans with Flores, and Flores was actually calling the defense, which Flores denied, okay? He denied and said it was false, that he wasn't the one that was running the defense. Believe who you want to believe. Boyer should be able to carry this defense out in the same manner Flores did because he saw what Flores did. Now, I understand they're not the same mind, but Flores hired him for a reason, and that reason had to be because he felt that if needed, Boyer would be able to do the job that Flores would be able to do himself, all right? And that was the hope. Granted, it probably didn't work out, and maybe he just said, you know what, I'm going to run it myself. I don't know. We don't know who was calling plays last year. We're just speculating at the end of the day. I guarantee you one thing for sure, we're going to find out, all right? We're going to see exactly who was calling it when we get to the season and we see the results, all right? But until then, we got to hope that Boyer can carry out the defense in the same manner. We have all of the same players. We shouldn't have any problems on defense, all right? We should actually progress because there are guys on defense that should be taking the next step. Van Ginkel, definitely Phillips, all right? He should be taking the next step. Raekwon Davis should be taking the next step. Tyndall should be taking a step, all right? Baker might be able to take another step forward. Both safeties should be taking a step forward. Needham may take a step forward. X, we know what to expect. Jones may take another step forward after having surgery. You just never know, okay? And then you have the staples, Agba, Sealer, we know what to expect from. Maybe he can take a step forward. Then you add a guy like Ingram in there who's going to help. Adam Butler, who can help. We have a lot of pieces on defense. All right, now we're a little weak at linebacker, depth-wise and ability-wise. We'll see what we have. If Tyndall pans out, perfect. That solidifies everything for us when it comes to that. All right, if he pans out, that's all we need. If he could be that sideline guy and be a thumper for us, which he was at Georgia, that's all we need. That's it. Like, everything else will work itself out. We're fine as long as the secondary keeps doing what they're doing and they take another step forward. Same defense. All right. An opportunistic defense, which is what we have become the last few years, getting turnovers, creating turnovers, and making instinctual game-winning plays when it matters. All right. That's the type of defense we've been. A bend, don't break, opportunistic, turnover-prone defense. That's what we've been. We should hope for the same and a lot of zero blitz, all right? That's what we should hope for. A lot of zero blitzing and a lot of fake zero blitz where it looks like everybody's coming and they back everybody up out of there. We shouldn't see anything different. It's not about whether you should expect that. It's about if it's going to actually work, all right? Because we know what to expect, but is it going to be executed well? And that's what we have to see with them. All right, now that you know what to expect from the defense, and when it comes to training camp, what to expect from them is that they're going to be dominating early. All right, that's one thing you should expect in training camp is that they're going to be dominating early because the offense is going to have to get going. All right, they're going to try some things, and they're going to be in the next phase of installing on the offense. So they're probably going to be slow coming out. Now, what to expect from the actual offense? All right, let's talk about that because there's a lot of rumors. You're hearing things like explosive, all right, weaponry. You're hearing things like fast, all right. You're hearing deep passing. You're hearing Tua opening it up. You're hearing all of these things. What you're not hearing is the actual truth, okay? We hired Mike McDaniel. We hired an offensive line coach as our offensive coordinator. We hired Bevel, and we hired offensive line coach from Boston College to be our offensive line coach in the NFL. What does that mean? Well, let's go ahead and go to the head coach. The head coach was a run game coordinator for San Francisco. Who was the pass game coordinator? Not him. Okay? You know what that means? When you sign an offensive line coach for the Chargers as the offensive coordinator, you sign Bevel from Jacksonville as your QB coach, and you sign Boston College's offensive line coach to be your offensive line coach in the NFL, you know what that means? We're going to be running the football. All right? We're going to be running the football a lot. That's what you should expect from the Miami Dolphins. Yes, understand. We have explosive players. We have Edmonds. We have Mostert. We have Waddle. We have Gesicki. We have Hill. Yes, we got all that. All right? It's true. It's there. It's on paper. It's evident. We're going to be a run-first team. Guys, understand, this is what you have to expect from this team. If you're thinking that we have a Pat Mahomes, we're going to have a Pat Mahomes level play from the quarterback, like, if that's what you're thinking, I'm at a loss for words, okay? Don't listen to the media saying explosive this, fast that, Tua should throw for 4,000 yards and 38 touchdowns. Don't listen to none of that, all right? Because what we're doing is we're going to run the ball to set up the pass. Think Garoppolo. That's what you need to be thinking about. Think Jalen Hurts, all right? Think Lamar Jackson, all right, numbers-wise, okay? Now, Lamar Jackson did throw for 35 touchdowns 1 year, all right? He did do that, okay? He did that, all right? So maybe Tua can throw for that 35 touchdowns in a year. But think those numbers overall per season, all right? Russell Wilson in his early years when he had beast mode back there. That's what you need to be thinking about. We're going to be running Alex Smith. We're going to be running the football, okay? Jake Plummer. We're going to be running the football. We're going to be doing a lot of running. We're going to run the football, guys. I'm saying it a lot because I want you to understand that that's what you should expect. Don't expect some high-powered offense. Now, if that happens, cool. But that's not what you should expect. All right? I'm not saying that we're only going to run the football and you shouldn't, you're not going to see any deep passing. But that's not what you should expect. You should expect that we're going to run the heck out of the football to set up the play action pass. We're going to have RPOs still. RPOs aren't going anywhere. All right, we're going to run even more RPOs now if we can run the ball effectively because we were running RPOs without being able to run the football that effectively. All right, we had a few games where we were able to run effectively. In some of those games that we were, those are the games that we were winning, namely against the Patriots. We were able to run the football that second time against the Patriots. We won the game. All right, we were able to run against them the year before with Tua. We won the game. All right, we're going to run the doggone football. We got all these running backs. We signed all these running backs, all right, because we're going to tote the football. We're going to run the football, all right? We're going to be handing that bad boy off an awful lot. Does that mean that we're not throwing deep? No. Does that mean we're not going to have explosive plays? No. Everybody's going to eat, but understand that in order for us to eat, we're going to need to run the football. So you can expect that there's going to be certain drives where it's 7 runs, 2 passes, 3 passes, all right? You can expect on some 3rd and 7s, they're handing that bad boy off, all right? You can expect that on the goal line, they're going to be running the football maybe 3 straight times. You can expect them to run on 1st down, run on 2nd down, and pass on 3rd and 2, all right? You can expect a lot of running, end rounds, reverses, jet sweeps, shovel passes, things like that, behind the line of scrimmage, wildcat, all types of runs, all right? Motioning, which I love that, motioning the offensive left tackle to get out and block somebody. They're going to be running the heck out of the football, all right? What you should expect is that the Dolphins are going to be a very physical team moving forward, and they're going to run the heck out of the football, and they're going to throw off of that, all right? Don't expect Tua to be the second coming of Dan Marino this year or for the foreseeable future if that's the identity that they truly keep, which that is the identity that it looks like they're setting up because they brought in a whole bunch of guys that are run-oriented, offensive line-oriented, all right? That's what they did. We're going to be running the heck out of the football. That's what you should expect. If you hear in training camp, from the recaps that they were running all over the place, don't be saying, oh, it's because Tua's sorry. No, that was the game plan, all right? The game plan that worked at Alabama is that we're going to be physical, we're going to run the heck out of the football, and we're going to set up the pass from that. That's why Tua was effective. That's why he was the best RPO quarterback in the league, in that league, and that's why he could be the best RPO quarterback in this league, is if you run the ball to set up the pass, and then you'll be able to hit Waddle deep because there'll be single coverage back there because they have to load up the box. You'll be able to hit Hill deep. You'll be able to even hit a slant and take your 80 yards because you got 8 in the box, and they're so worried about that offense getting going in the run game. They got to stop the run. It opens up the pass, all right? That's the way we're going to play this thing. That's why I made this video, because I want you to go into training camp knowing what it is, all right? You ain't got to take my word for it if you don't want. When you start hearing what they're saying out of camp, that they're running and the team drills are run-oriented, it ain't because they lack a belief in Tua, all right? It ain't because of that. It's because that's the identity. We're going to run the freaking football. We're going to run it a lot. Does it once again mean that they're not going to take shot plays, guys? Doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that they're not going to throw deep, because Tua was able to throw deep in college when he was healthy. All right? It doesn't mean that. It just means that they're going to freaking run the football. They're going to run the football a lot. That's what they're going to do. They're going to run the heck out of the ball. I can't state that enough. You hired a run game coordinator as your head coach, best believe. And it's a Shanahan type guy. Oh, best believe you're going to be running. Should be effective too on top of that. All right. We should be able to run now for 1,500 yards to 2,000 yards total offense. We should be able to do that. We should be able to open up the play action game now. All right. We should be able to do that. Doesn't mean that Tua can't throw for 30 touchdowns. Doesn't mean that. But it does mean that you're not going to see 5,000 yards passing. All right. Unless, once again, the identity changes because Tua just takes that next step. And it's like, you know what? The heck with what we were trying to do, like they did in Alabama, okay? For example, because when Hurts was in there, run, the occasional pass. When Tua got in there, oh, we're going to run the football, but dang it, we could pass. All right. If we need to pass first, we could do that. If Tua starts taking the top off and he's just otherworldly, then they're going to cater it to him. But at the beginning, what you need to expect is that they're going to run the heck out of the football and they're going to set up the pass out of that. I'll holler at y'all in the next one. If you refute what I'm saying, put it in the comment section. If you agree, put it in the comment section. Let's talk about it, all right? Training camp is next week. Of course, a lot more videos are coming like I told y'all. Be safe out here in these streets. COVID and monkeypox is still out there. All right, whatever this monkeypox is, I don't want none of it, all right? So please keep it safe. Wear your mask if you need to. Do what you got to do to stay safe so you can watch our first Super Bowl in a long time. Do y'all believe? Put it in the comment section. See y'all in the next one.